Let's start with your award and what that means to you.
It means a lot. I'm just extremely thankful. All glory to God, and I just thank everyone that's helped me along the way. It's just a start, but I'm just extremely thankful and blessed to be in this position, and thankful to all my teammates and coaches.
Yes. Coming off of the game against ASU, now that you've had some time to reflect, did you see a game like that coming for you and the impact you're able to have?
I had always hoped for it. Just had to wait it out. Keep putting in the work. Can't really control what happens, exactly what happens on the floor. Just got to trust in the work. I just hope I follow through every time, and just that's all I can control. Hope it goes in and trust the work. So, I hope for games like that, and just thankful that it happened against a big-time opponent like ASU.
Certainly. And the last thing for me is BYU over these years. What has it been like to play them, especially with the performance you had last time out?
Yeah, I grew up watching SDSU and BYU in a rivalry, and two storied basketball programs, two great fan bases. I played them here and also played them at BYU. I got to experience everything that rivalry has to offer. And so for this year, for the final installment of my career, I'm just excited to play them again. Always a great team, well coached, hardworking, and it'll be a good game.
Hey, Jordan, can you talk about what it's like to be in a zone? Because I don't think any of us have ever seen you play with that type of confidence, that level, that intensity for such an extended period. I mean, were you in a very different zone against Sun Devils?
I don't know if I was in a different zone. I think that I just wanted to win at all costs, and I knew that they're just a very good team. We're playing them on their home court, and I just tried to do everything I can to give my team the best possible chance to win. And so that game, it just happened that they were leaving me open, and so I just had to step up and knock shots down, and that's what I was able to do.
Can you feel it when you're on? Do you feel it in pregame that you can hit threes from anywhere, or if you're not hitting threes, that you're not going to take their shots?
No, I don't really think like that. I always trust the work that I put in, and sometimes I'll be missing in warm-ups and then have a great game, and so I really don't put too much stock in that. Just gotta, when my time comes in the game, keep taking the same shots, whether miss or make. Control the things that I can control, like my follow-through, and just seeing the ball go in the basket, and that's all I can really worry about.
I have an off-the-court question. How challenging has it been to be a student athlete when it's basketball, apartment, or dorm, Zoom, basketball, apartment, dorm, Zoom, grab and go, and all that? What's it been like?
It's been difficult, but every year is difficult. There's always challenges, there's always obstacles in this life, and I think that as the season has gone on, it's gotten a little bit easier to get adjusted to, this season that we're in, and just being able to trust the work that you put in, because sometimes you're not able to get in the gym extra hours, and so I think it's been beneficial. Just having to trust myself more and more, and in absence of the time I might have usually spent in the gym late at night last year or the years prior.
And what about peer pressure to teammates? Don't go out and bring something back in that would impact or infect the team. Have you guys talked about that as player to player, student to student?
Not really. I mean, I think that we all just understand the time we're living in. It's time to be smart, and really, there's nothing there for you out there at those parties anyway right now. I mean, there's really, if you're a basketball player, you're going to be staying in the house anyways. Season, we're in a pandemic. Those parties, there's nothing out there right now. So I think that we all just understand that, and just continue to be smart, and hopefully do our part and try to continue this season. That's all we can do.
Jordan, this season, when you've obviously brought the mid-range and driving part of your game to a different level, how much of that is your focus on doing that, and how much of that is teams by now know you're a shooter and are running you off the three, and you're taking advantage of what the defense gives you?
Actually, I've kind of always liked the mid-range pull-up. I used to do it a lot in high school, but when I first got to San Diego State, it was hard to know when to take those shots. It was hard to know how I can get them off against, faster, stronger, taller guys. So I think now I'm thankful for the opportunity that I've been placed, that I've been given, with the ball in my hands a little bit more. And I think just as a senior, you get confidence in being able to take those shots like that fadeaway. I didn't really practice that. That's just something that was kind of instinctual, and having confidence to take it and make the shot.
I just asked AG this. Did you watch Malachi and Jalen play?
Yeah, we were watching together.
So what was your impressions of that?
I thought he played extremely well. I told my mom that was probably the fastest and most athletic that I've ever seen him. He looked crazy quick out there on the floor, and he just looked extremely comfortable. But it was just nice watching him and Jalen and a lot of it seemed like a Mountain West All-Star game out there.
6 guys.
Yeah, man, it was just fun to watch all these guys that you've played with and seeing all their hard work finally, pay off at that next level.
You guys must have felt some disrespect by not being ranked to start the year after the year you had last year. Now that you guys are up to 18 in the AP poll, does it feel good to get that recognition back?
We don't really put too much stock into that. Just got to keep winning. Like I said before, at the end of the year, if we do what we're supposed to do, take care of our business will be exactly in the place where we want to be. That's playing, being one of the last teams standing in March Madness. So we just got to continue to take care of business and not too worried about the other stuff.
What, in your opinion, what do you think has led to this hot start? No off season, or very limited off season, and now you guys come out 5-0. What do you think's led to the hot start?
I think mainly due to our senior and junior leadership. Coach Dutch has done a great job of getting guys that know how to play high IQ and just have logged a lot of college basketball minutes, and I think that means a lot, especially in a season like this where there's so many things that are uncertain. It's extremely hard to be a freshman or a sophomore in this era where there's just so many uncertainties. It pays off to have juniors and seniors who have been through it time and time again, and so these uncertain times are just a little easier for us to deal with.
I got a question about your off season. Coach Dutcher said you maybe were doing like P90X in the garage or something like that. I mean, what was your off season workouts like? And can you elaborate on those a little bit?
I was doing P90X in my living room, and I was doing dribbling workouts in my garage, and that's all I'll say for now. Well, I just did a lot of work, pushed myself extremely hard, and because there weren't gyms available, I got to try out a lot of new stuff. And just work out extremely hard and not have to worry about how I was looking on the floor the next day. So I got to test a lot of things out. So I think it was very beneficial for me.
Do you feel like you're in the best shape of your life right now?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, Jordan, 17 straight conference games. Does Coach Dutcher and the staff, do they do anything different coming into the non-conference games? A little more intensity, a little more hype or schematic-wise that you notice that has allowed you to have such success, especially against some power opponents?
I think we always take every game with the same level of intensity. But I think a lot of these non-conference games are on the road, and I think that just brings us together. You have to bond together. We only had 9 guys travel. It's kind of, we like that us against the world mentality. Last year was like the road warriors, road dogs, and we just really buy into that and just leave it all out there on the floor. So I think we always play with the same intensity, but on the road these last couple of years, we really bought into that.
You mentioned all buying into that. Looking at the bench at that ASU game, the coaches were up, the players were up on the bench, they were engaged with the on-court success. Did you feed off that, and did you see that while you were on the court having your success?
Oh yeah, we always see it. We always feed off of it. And that's part of what is included in our winning culture. Just being happy for a teammate, really truly getting joy when you see somebody out there killing. I just don't see a lot of other teams that have no egos and really take joy when somebody off the bench, another starter, is really playing really well. We just want to win, and we know it takes everybody.
Hey, Jordan, sorry, I just got a quick follow-up about the workouts. I'm curious to know, especially since you were limited with coaches, how much the workouts from home think have helped going into this season, especially the dribbling drills?
Yeah, you know, they helped tremendously. It was just the next step in my process, you know, in my training. Just knowing what I had to get better at, looking at myself, looking at the film from last year, and just knowing that I had to get better dribbling the basketball, being comfortable. So those workouts in the garage, they've really helped me a lot.